In the 1950s, as Barney Hoskins has written in Hotel California, Laurel Canyon was home to all the hippest young actors, including, according to Hoskins, Marlon Brando, James Dean, James Coburn, and Dennis Hopper. It was home to Natalie Wood as well. In fact, Natalie lived in the very home that Cass Elliot would later turn into a Laurel Canyon party house. And like the home's later occupant, Wood died young under rather mysterious circumstances, as did, to a lesser extent, Canyonite James Dean, and as did, come to think of it, a few other people with very close ties to Canyonite Dennis Hopper. Dean, Hopper's close friend and co-star, died in a near head-on collision on September 30, 1955, at the tender age of 24. Then there was Nick Adams, who had formerly roomed with Hopper. Like Hopper, Adams had worked alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. According to Dean himself, Adams had worked alongside Dean even earlier than that, when both were young male prostitutes working the mean streets of Hollywood. Adams died on February 6, 1968, at the age of 36, in his home at 2126 El Roble Lane in Coldwater Canyon, one canyon west of Laurel Canyon, thus narrowly sparing Adams from a spot on the Laurel Canyon death list. Adams' official cause of death was listed as suicide, of course, but no one really seems to believe that. Actor Forrest Tucker has bluntly declared that all of Hollywood knows Nick Adams was knocked off. Nick's relatives reportedly received numerous hang-up calls on the day of his death, and his tape recorder, journals, and various other papers and personal effects were conspicuously missing from his home. His lifeless body, sitting upright in a chair, was discovered by his attorney, Irvin Tip Roeder. On June 10, 1981, Roeder and his wife, actress Jenny Maxwell, best known for being spanked by Elvis in Blue Hawaii, were gunned down outside their Beverly Hills condo. Next to fall was Sal Mineo, who, like Dean and Adams, worked with Hopper on Rebel Without a Cause, and remained a friend thereafter. Like Hopper, Mineo was a regular in the Sunset Strip clubs where the Doors, Love, the Byrds, and the Mothers played. He had been alongside Hopper and Peter Fonda during the infamous riot on the Sunset Strip in November 1966, and as has already been discussed, Mineo was stabbed to death in close proximity to those very same clubs on February 12, 1976. Last to fall was Natalie Wood, who also appeared in Rebel Without a Cause, and who had at various times dated both Dennis Hopper and Nick Adams. Woods died on November 29, 1981, in a drowning incident off Catalina Island that has never been adequately explained. At the time, she was in the company of actors Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken. Natalie was 43 when she was laid to rest. Of the four actors stricken with what has been dubbed the Rebel Without a Cause curse, two were former residents of Laurel Canyon. Another lived at, or was killed at, the mouth of the canyon, and the fourth lived just a mile away, as the crow flies, in neighboring Coldwater Canyon. As I may have mentioned previously, Laurel Canyon seems to be a rather dangerous place to live.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.